Money creates criminals. Money creates bankers who can foreclose on a home. Money creates drug dealers. Money creates poverty. Money creates nations. Money creates war. Humans are not broke. As soon as we take money out of the environment and replace it with technology and automation to house and feed humans, then there is no money to fight over. Human behavior will change due to the environment.
Humans aren't broke. Our inner love allowed us to create a nice middle class and peaceful neighborhoods. This is why America has a great foundation of peace, is because we have sharing neighborhoods. And in the neighborhoods that aren't sharing, that are impoverished, that have a scarcity of money, well, the humans act badly. They fight for money. That's what they're doing. Because that's our projection. That's how we view them through a society that relies on money. Criminals aren't criminals out of their personal responsibility. Their environment forces them into doing what they need to do to survive. They need to fight for money. They need to fight for a home. They need to fight for food. That's what they're doing. And yet we criminalize that. We build all these nice laws from lawyers and judges that if you steal an apple, you're going to jail because you're a thief. Earth produced that apple for free. Man attached money to that apple. Man attached money to a home. Man attached money to a car. Man attached money to all the materialism that they are trying to sell you.
Money is 94% air in our computer systems, which has become a massive lie to us all. The numbers are not attached to gold, the numbers are not attached to fiat money, but are fully attached to Earth's resources. This slows down the construction of every good thing that we can build.
Imagine a world where you're no longer fighting for money. You're no longer going to a job. You no longer have a stupid boss telling you stupid things and making you do dumb things to another person, all so you can gather up money. That is low consciousness for everybody. You can't improve your consciousness in that system. I urge you to check out Peter Joseph in the ZeitQuest movement, Jack Fresco of the Venus Project. This is all free education on the dismantlement of money, the dismantlement of capitalism. I also encourage you to get a free copy of my ebook. It really is the tie between these two because it shows us what we need to do to our social structures so we can arrive to these philosophies, especially the Venus Project. The Venus Project. It's a world where we've disconnected from the ownership of materialism. We've finally taken the concept of money and disconnected it from Earth resources. Food is free, water is free, electricity is free, housing is free. We really become a society of academic sciences building environments for humans to live in. We don't have time for war and poverty. What we're doing is we're builders. That's what we like to do. That's what civilization is all about. We love to build. But instead of building through money that slows the process down because something's got to be financed and something's got to be owned, all that goes away. Now we build housing, comfortable housing for everybody. We build a transportation system that is clean, that we share. We no longer own a home. We no longer own a car. We don't pay for insurance. We don't pay for gas. We don't pay for electricity. It's really a solar energy grid that powers everything. Let me give you a good example. We build these nice little taxis that are technology based. You know, they drive themselves. They're automated. They run on our solar grid. They're solar powered. Get my little cell phone out. I punch in, hey, I need a little taxi to take me over to the next town. One shows up. I get in, it takes me over to the next town, drops me off. Somebody else gets to use that little taxi. It goes off someplace else and delivers somebody, another human, to where they want to go. I'm in that other town and I'm having a great time, and it's all community based. And hell, if I want to stay there at night, it's not a problem finding a room because we've built lots of structures to live in. I don't own a house. You don't own a house. You don't have to pay a mortgage. I don't have to pay a mortgage. There's no more banks coming in saying you can't live in this house. We're a sharing society. We're sharing the materials of Earth. By sharing the materials of Earth, we can make them last longer for the population growth. Well, this book shows us how to build that world. To build that world, we're going to need a new political system. I call it the Compassionate Party.
It's all about rewriting the laws that protect money and man's abuse of Earth. The selling of Earth's resources must come to an end. We have reached the point that only a world management system of Earth's resources can save the planet. A worldview contains the best chance of remaining functional during our population growth. It's a whole new way of life that nurtures human happiness on a wide scale.
Our laws are based on ego consciousness. They reflect ego consciousness. We actually need to get into that structure and change the laws to compassionate laws that reflect compassion. So now we can produce compassion in the world by our social systems. It's a place where the structure of society actually teaches compassion to the humans, to the inhabitants. And then we get to reflect compassion back into the social system. It's a circle of positive energy rather than us having positive energy in our home situation. And when we walk out that front door, well, things aren't so positive anymore. So please download this. It's a great, intense book that pulls no punches, I should say. So I think you will enjoy it if you want to really stretch your thoughts.
Who will fight the movement away from the selling of Earth's resources? Every central bank, every corporation, and every wealthy person who is unable to expand their vision. The toughest detractor that we will face will be our own Federal Reserve. They are the engine of capitalism through Wall Street. They make sure corporations have money to build one of everything for everybody, regardless of the consequences to Earth. Those systems produce products that break or are quickly outdated to keep the money flowing. How can that continue to function as the population grows? It can't. Earth cannot sustain life when man abuses her resources.
The intellectual honesty of these systems definitely points to that we need to start a new political party. I call it the Compassionate Party. It's where we ourselves must put our money together into a media campaign and present the ideas that will actually change human consciousness. One, the dismantlement of money. Two, automation and technology that actually supplies our human needs. That movement must be started by us. It's not going to be started by the wealthy. It must be started by the average American, the middle class. Because we're not infected by the materialism to the degree that the wealthy are. They may deny that infection, but it's there. Sorry to say, but it's the truth. Anytime you live in a mansion, in a gated community, in a really nice big house, that is an infection of separation. You are saying to the world, I deserve more than you. I deserve this more than you. It's not a sharing attitude. I'm willing to start this party, and there's one promise I can make. I am not moving away from you. I want to just remain a very basic average human in a very basic house. That's all I need.
Capitalism produces criminals of all sorts. Criminals are not criminals. They are products of an insane monetary system that is not even real to Earth. The way in which we currently live is highly abusive to humans and to Earth. It's me, and mine, and mine. Just a bunch of selfish kids.